One of the best parts about skateboarding is that there's really no right or wrong way to do it. You can skate wherever you want to, you can skate however you want to, and there's no one that can really tell you otherwise. There's no governing body there to set rules or tell you what to do, and for the most part, the skateboarding community does a great job at maintaining itself. With that said, there's a few things that most skateboarders do wrong at least once or twice that as a community we should probably try to avoid. In this video, we're going to go over a few things that every skateboarder does wrong. If you think anything good was left out, go ahead and leave a comment so other people can see it. Be sure to leave a like on the video, and with that said, let's get right into it. Supporting skater-owned shops and brands is one of the most important things you can do to support your local skate scene, but a lot of skateboarders still choose to support chain stores and corporations instead. Now, chain stores might have lower prices and a cute girl with a septum piercing that can at least somewhat set up your board for you, but at the end of the day, the people in charge of those places couldn't care less about skateboarding. The same goes for all of these massive corporations trying to make their way into skateboarding. You might get a slightly lower price buying from them, but every dollar you give to them is a dollar that you could have given to a skater-owned brand. Buying from your local shop and supporting local brands is really what helps grow your skate scene. Skater-owned shops and brands are usually the ones that host demos, sponsor all of the local skate contests, and just provide a home base for all of the local skaters. This isn't to say that you can never buy from a big brand. It's more about acknowledging that if skateboarders don't support skater-owned companies, no one else is going to, and keeping these companies alive is what helps nurture the skateboarding community. Just to show some love to skater-owned brands, go ahead and leave a comment on what your favorite skater-owned brands are, whether it be a local brand that most people don't even know about, or a core skate company that's been around for years.
I always make sure I come by the store, just to hang, say what's up to the skateboarders like myself. Let's hang out and do some heel flips later and check out the latest product. That looks chill, you should buy that. And wax, my grab tape, and whatever other truck stuff I need.
One of the biggest problems in skateboarding is skateboarders hating on other skaters. This has gotten even worse in recent years with the rise of social media, and it's honestly kind of a bummer to see how much skateboarders hate on each other nowadays. A lot of people will hate on other skaters' style, they'll hate on the tricks that other people like to do, and if they can't find anything to hate on, sometimes they'll just make something up to be angry about. Whether or not we like to admit it, skateboarders in general can be pretty critical of other skaters, and most of the time it isn't needed. It shouldn't matter how someone dresses, or if someone skates with pads on, or even if someone likes to mall grab. Okay, maybe they shouldn't mall grab. You don't necessarily have to like everything that everyone else is doing, but that doesn't mean that you need to hate on other people for doing it. Sometimes a little bit of tough love is needed, and if someone is doing something lame, there's nothing wrong with saying something. But for the most part, you should try to keep the hating to a minimum because that's really not what skateboarding is about. Skateboarders are already a pretty small part of the population, and a lot of skateboarders have a troubled background of some sort, so really we should be trying to help each other out as much as we can. Also, there's already more than enough negativity in the world today, and skateboarding should be something you can do to avoid all of that.
Get it! Get it!
Another thing that a lot of skateboarders do wrong is trash their own skate parks and skate spots. Skateboarding can be pretty destructive naturally, which is basically why Thrasher's slogan is skate and destroy, but as skateboarders, we should at least try to maintain our skate parks and skate spots as much as possible. Maintaining your local skate park or skate spots can mean a lot of things, but really what it comes down to is just keeping things clean and trying not to vandalize or break anything. It's usually a huge uphill battle just to get skate parks built in the first place, and if the city officials see an existing park get filled with trash and graffiti, it makes it even harder to get more skate parks built in the future. This is kind of ironic right now since so many cities are currently filling skate parks with sand, but regardless, as skateboarders, we should still try to take care of our parks as much as we can. If you help maintain your local parks and spots, your skate scene will be way better off because of it. Getting kicked out of skate spots is an inherent part of skateboarding. Unfortunately, most people just don't want you skateboarding on their property, which is pretty understandable. The thing is, there's definitely a right way and a wrong way to handle these situations, and a lot of skateboarders go about it completely wrong. Anyone who's been skating for a significant amount of time has most likely had a few run-ins with police, security guards, or property owners of some sort. Now, even though the vast majority of these situations are pretty mellow, they can go south quickly if things aren't handled properly, so it's important for skateboarders to learn how to deal with things the right way. If someone tries kicking you out of a spot, there's nothing wrong with asking for a few more tries, or even trying to reason with them a bit to let you stay. However, if they're adamant that you leave, you shouldn't try to argue with them about it. Almost 100% of the time, skateboarders are in the wrong, and you can't really get mad at someone for not wanting you on their property. Also, if you do argue with them, or if it escalates to police getting involved, it's going to make it a lot harder for you and everyone else to skate the spot in the future. It's better to just save it for another day and come back when the place is closed. This way, you get your trick, the owner never even knows you were there, and everyone is happy. Of course, there are those weird situations where some super citizen or a crazy person starts harassing skateboarders who aren't doing anything wrong, but it's still best to just walk away from it. When it comes to these situations, just try to be as respectful and polite as possible because it'll end up helping you in the long run.
There you go! There it is!
A major thing that a lot of skateboarders do wrong is not getting involved in their local scene. Getting involved can mean helping build local DIYs, showing up to local skate events, or just being a part of the scene in general. It always seems like the skateboarders that put in the least amount of effort into their scene are the first ones to complain about it. Just as an example, I can't tell you how many times I've heard someone complain about a local DIY, but whenever it comes time to build new ramps, they're never there. If you want your local skate scene to thrive, it's up to you to help it. This is especially true in smaller towns and cities. If there's only a small handful of skateboarders, everyone needs to work together to keep things going, and if no one ever steps up with some initiative, eventually the scene is going to disappear. Contributing to building new skate spots, working with the city council to get a decent skate park, and just showing support at events are all great ways to help out the local scene. One thing a lot of skateboarders do wrong is take skateboarding way too seriously. Whether it be people who get mad every time they skate, or people who are too focused on going pro, taking skateboarding too seriously removes all of the joy from it. Skateboarding is just about having fun, and that's all there really is to it. You shouldn't be worried about being better than everyone else, or worry about how you look when you're out skating. You should really just focus on having fun with it. It doesn't matter how good you are, it doesn't matter how you dress, and it doesn't matter if you're sponsored or not. As long as you're having fun when you're skating, that's really all that's important. Since skateboarding doesn't have a governing body or rule book to follow, it's up to the community to manage itself and keep the scene going in the right direction. If you think anything good was left out, go ahead and leave a comment so other people can see it. Be sure to leave a like on the video, and with that said, thanks for watching.